Hey everybody, Bill Gillespie here with Smokin Hoggz Barbecue. Happy 4th of July, hope you're all staying safe. So we're down here in Connecticut at my in-laws, and we're gonna spend the weekend here and just, enjoy some family and have a good time. But I want to show you guys how to cook a rack of ribs on a gas grill. I know gas grills, it's taboo, but hey, some people don't have charcoal, they have a gas grill. So I'm gonna show you guys how to cook a rack of ribs using a gas grill. So without further ado, let me just show you what we got. So we have a beautiful rack of compact Duroc trim spare ribs, St. Louis cut spare ribs. So let's get into it. So I'm just gonna cut it right open. And it's a pretty quick trim. All I'm really gonna do is I'm gonna kind of square off this rack, and I'm gonna take the membrane off. I'm gonna leave, there's not much of a flap there, so I'm gonna leave that alone. So let me just give you a quick rundown here. So I got the ribs kind of flat. I'm just gonna square this off right here. So I'm just gonna kind of draw a line to sort of square it off. And I'm just gonna come down like this and square it off just like that. And then I'm gonna come under here with the knife and just kind of peel up a little bit. And then the rest is gonna happen with the paper towel. So you just grab it. Now the paper towel helps because this is kind of a slimy membrane. So what you want to do is you want to grab it with the paper towel, which helps with that. And usually I can peel this off in one motion, but of course today it's being a little difficult, but we'll still get it all. So just like that, peel the whole membrane off. Sometimes you're going to get a little bit of a bone from when they trim, so I'm just going to trim that off so nobody gets stabbed. And I mean, that's pretty much it, really. You don't really need to do anything else. Flip it over, I'll show you, really nice and marbled, and I'm just going to leave it just like that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the ribs over here. I'll move some stuff around for you so you can see better. So now I'm just going to season the back of the ribs, and we're using our Smokin Hoggz rib rub, and that's all you need. So, and we're going to give it a pretty liberal coat, because this is going to be the side that's going to be facing down eventually. So some of that fat's going to drip off, and it might take some of the rub with it. So that's a pretty good even coat right there. And I'm going to let this sit for about 20 minutes just to kind of let it soak in. And we'll come back in 20 minutes just to see what that looks like. It's going to be a nice liquidy kind of wet look to it. And then I'll season the other side. So another thing I want to show you guys is, so if you don't have a charcoal grill and all you have is a gas grill, I'm going to show you how to do that. So one of the things is I've made this pouch out of aluminum foil. You can see it's probably 6 inches by, it'll end up being 6 inches by 6 inches when I'm done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some wood chips. I got some nice Jack Daniel's whiskey barrel chips. I'm going to take 2 handfuls of these chips. And depending on the size of your hand, it could be 1 giant handful or 3 small handfuls. So I'm not going to soak them because soaking the chips doesn't really do anything. You're just creating steam and it's a waste of time. So just throw the dried chips right in there. And I'll throw one more small little handful in there. Maybe another one. There we go. So you can see it's a pretty packed pouch, right? So now all you do is you just fold this over like so. Like so. And then that's going to sit right on top of the of the burner. So I'm gonna poke some holes in this, just like this. And what's gonna happen is this wood is gonna start to burn and start to smolder. And all that smoke is gonna come out through these holes. And that's basically it. And I'll show you guys that later on. So I'm gonna let this sit for about 20 minutes and we're gonna come back and I'll show you the other side, all right? Okay guys, we're back. It's been about 20 minutes and as you can see the rub has gotten a little wet. It's kind of soaked into the meat. All the salt in that rub is kind of activated and it's made a nice, almost like a nice paste. So that's kind of what you want to look for. So that's been about, like I said, 20 minutes. So we're going to flip this bad boy over and we're going to season this side as well. And again, we'll, you know, a nice even coat. You don't want to go too heavy. You know, you want to be able to taste the meat. You want the rub to kind of act as a, like an accent, you know, like my accent. So anyway, so again, we're just going to let that sit for another 20 minutes or so. And then we're going to throw it on the grill. So I'm going to go fire up the grill. I'll show you guys, you know, how I do that. And we'll, 20 minutes or so, we'll get this rack of ribs on the grill for you. Okay, we'll see you in a bit. All right, everyone. So we're outside. We're at the grill. So we're on a Weber Spirit 2. It's a 3-burner gas grill. As you can see, I've got the left and the right burners on, and they're almost on low, like a quarter of the way, right there. The middle one is off, so we're going to do an indirect cook. The temperature I've got at about just over 300, but that's at the dome, and that's quite all right. So it's a little hotter at the dome, so it's probably more like 250, 275 down at the grate. So let's get rolling. So here it is. So what we're going to do first, I'm just going to take this this off. I'm going to put our wood chip packet directly over the burner so that we can get a little bit of smoke flavor. We'll put these back on. And I'm going to put the ribs right here, right in the middle, right over, so indirect, so you get both sides coming in at it. So here we go. They're going to go here. And these are probably going to cook for about 2 hours or so. 2 hours, and I'm going to wrap in a little bit of aluminum foil, a little bit of barbecue sauce, maybe some more dry rub, and we should be good to go. So stay tuned, come back in a couple hours, and we'll see what we have. Picture of this. Okay. Go. All right, hey everybody, we're back at it. So check this out. This is about 2 hours and 15 minutes in. We get some really nice color. The bones are starting to pop through a little bit. So now it's time to wrap. So what we're gonna do here, so I got a little bit of our Smokin Hoggz Pitmaster blend sauce. Gonna throw a little bit down here, just like this. Throw a little bit of rub on it, just to add some more flavor. I'm going to take these, flip them down, meat side down, and you can see, look at that. That's really looking good. So now we're going to take some more sauce coming along the back side here. Put a little bit more sauce on there. Sprinkle a little bit more rub, just like this. And we're going to wrap this puppy up. And wrap it up just like this. Throw it back on the grill for roughly 45 minutes to another hour. Now here, this is a key piece right here. This is an extra piece of foil I like to put down just underneath the rack of ribs. And what this does is if you accidentally slide this over the grates, it's not going to tear and you're not going to lose all your nice juices. So we're going to let this sit for let this cook for another maybe 45 minutes to an hour, like I said. And we're going to check them, and we should have perfectly cooked ribs. So stay tuned. All right, everybody, ribs are done. They were on for about 45 minutes wrapped. So here they are right now. Just took them out of the foil. You can see the meat shrunk up on the bone a little bit. To me, they're done. So I'm gonna slice into them, I'm gonna eat one, and I'm gonna show you how awesome these things are. So, look at that, it cuts beautiful. Just cut each one. Look at that, they slice beautifully. Whoop. Right there. All right, I'm going after this bad boy right there. Look at that. That's a beautiful thing. All right, here we go. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. So don't tell anybody that you can't cook on a gas grill. You certainly can. This is proof. Enjoy the 4th and have a good holiday.